Drinking this album, listen to the brews. I think it would pair well, if only for you, 'cause it's album Rebrews. It's album Rebrews. It's album Rebrews. It's album Rebrews.
Hey,
Hi.
how's everyone doing?
Howdy.
Welcome to Album Rebrews. We are the stickiest music podcast on the internet. If I could give you a little bit of wisdom real quick, a bird in the hand is worth two in the booch. My name is Sarah.
What does a record label executive who decides to make a 52 cover album and an idiot have in common?
What does that long thing have in common?
They both like Metallica. My name's Zach.
Yeah, I'm Dillon. That's my James Hetfield impression.
That's pretty good.
And like Britt said, this is our first ever live recording. We're very excited to be here with Luna Bay in the West Loop today. It's something that's been in the works for a while, so we're stoked.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you guys for coming out. It's so weird to see faces looking at us. Usually we're just looking at each other's faces. A little bit about the show. We're an album or brews. We normally pair an album with a beer and we talk about it. But for a live show, we're doing something a little different. We've each grabbed our favorite cover from the Blacklist album, which is 53 covers of Metallica's Blacklist, or Black Album.
It's their 30th anniversary commemoration, so they hired, I think, 53 different groups, which is bonkers.
Yeah. You can buy the LP, and it's on like 4 LPs, and it's like 7 Enter Sandmans in a row. I don't know why anyone would buy it. But we've each grabbed our favorite cover from it, and we're going to battle it out and play some games in between.
And our pairing, which is a communal pairing, we all have this together, is Luna Bay's Palo Santo Blueberry Hard Kombucha, which frankly is my favorite of their flavors. We were learning a little bit backstage about like how it becomes hard kombucha, and how it goes through this like regular fermentation process to just be like cute blueberry kombucha steeped with Palo Santo. Ooh, very fancy. And then they do a second fermentation with champagne yeast, the champagne of Booches. And that's what gives it that hard 6% quality. So if we could, together, I see you guys have not opened your beers. Beers? Booches. Can we just get one good can crack together and cheers real quick?
Should we count it off?
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Oh, that is...
Cheers, dears.
That was ASMR quality. That's going to be so good in the...
Yeah, so we will be recording tonight's show. How do you guys feel about the drink? It's good?
Yeah, it's
good. Yeah, very fun.
I got
It's
some
also-
all over my face.
I do have a little on my jumpsuit. We're not going to worry about it.
All right, so speaking of Booch, now that we all got some in us, we're going to play a little bit, play a little game up here. I watch a lot of movies, and one of my favorite actors is Steve Buscemi. So we're going to play a little guessing game, Zach, Sarah, and I. It's kind of like Two Truths and a Lie, but it's 2 roles that Steve Buscemi has portrayed and one that he has not. So the first grouping here, so if you can, you'll get 1 point if you get it right, and a bonus point if you can tell me the role. So we got...
We're against each other. We're on a team.
You are against each
Okay.
other.
Oh,
Going down.
So
don't fucking look at my brain.
the first grouping that we have is Spy Kids. Spy Kids 2.
Oh.
And Spy Kids 3D.
You're telling me he was in 2 of those, but not all 3?
Yes. I'll give you a hint. I'll quote his most famous line from the trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think God stays in heaven because he too is afraid of what he created on earth?
Oh my God.
I'm ashamed. I don't know which movie that's from.
Well, you got one right answer.
It's the one with the dinosaurs, right? He's talking about.
Sure. Which one is that, Zach? Which one was he not in?
I'm gonna say he wasn't in Spy Kids 3D.
Okay.
I'm going to say that Steve Buscemi was not properly appreciated at the time that the first Spy Kids came out. And then they realized his value later, so he was not in the first one.
Okay, Sarah's correct.
Oh man, that's such a good guess.
I never get applauded when we play games. This is incredible.
So for the bonus point, can you name his character, because I sure as hell can't.
I'm gonna try it out. I bet he played Spy Kiddington.
No, that's not correct.
Shit.
All right, so we have the second grouping. We have Monsters Inc., Monsters University,
It's a theme, okay.
and the voice portrayal of the same character in the Square Enix Disney game Kingdom Hearts 3.
I bet that's true. I'm gonna say he wasn't in Monsters Inc. University.
I agree. I don't think he was in Monsters University.
He is.
Shit.
He is not in beloved film or video game franchise Kingdom Hearts.
They didn't have the budget?
They didn't have the budget. They blew it all on Mickey Mouse.
Oh, man.
Okay,
Copyright fees.
the last one, Hotel Transylvania.
Is the theme?
Hotel Transylvania,
Is the second option.
yes.
Uh-huh.
And I'm Dirty.
Is that the name of a movie?
That is the name of a media product.
That potentially Steve Buscemi was in.
Yes.
Okay.
So we have Hotel Transylvania, Hotel Transylvania 2, and I'm Dirty.
Can you tell us one more time just so I can hear you do that again?
Oh, sure. Okay. So we have Hotel Transylvania, it's a
Yeah.
popular Adam Sandler, kind of that grown-ups Rat Pack vehicle.
Yes.
Hotel Transylvania 2, beloved sequel, and I'm Dirty.
I'm just gonna go. I picked the second option each time. I'm just gonna keep going with that.
Okay, cool.
I don't want to say the last one.
Well, it was a trick question because he did voice a role in I'm Dirty, which I found out probably a good 5 minutes before he came out. I unlocked my phone and turned it on, and I was on his IMDb page, and that greeted me, that grim vision of, it's like a children's like construction vehicle animation, and that's the only thing that I saw, and I'm like, gotta talk about that now, huh?
It's a kid's show?
It's a kid's thing.
All right.
All right, cool. So that's Steve Buscemi, and Sarah is our crown champion.
Well done.
What do I win?
You win
another
another sip of your drink.
Hell yes. It's
Not
delicious.
it's not like a Make-A-Wish Foundation visit with Steve Buscemi.
Oh God, I wish.
He's actually under the desk.
Hey, how you doing?
Zach, will you tell the folks a little bit about how we're going to duke it out today?
Yes, so we're going to pretty much do a bit, and then each of us is going to introduce our song, and I guess it's my turn to introduce the song.
Yeah.
I picked the best one, obviously, which you guys are going to vote for, is the Weezer cover of Enter Sandman. And so I want to talk a little bit before we get into it about what makes a great cover. What do you guys have to bring to the table?
So I made like a little mental rubric when I was listening to this entire album. Yes, I listened to all
I
of
did
it.
too.
Something that I find really interesting about compilations like this is you have like the source material, and then you have like, think of it like, not to be like the stereotypical music podcast talk about Pink Floyd, but think of it like Dark Side of the Moon's cover, where you have the pure beam of white light and then the prism, and then you have the rainbow. You have the source material, you have the Black Album, Metallica's self-titled album, and then you have a prism of all these cultures and all these groups bringing that together, and then you have this like wonderful array of different variations on the same tunes. Like you said, we have 7 different flavors of Enter Sandman, for better or worse. And I think we can agree that Weezer is the worst.
I agree with you.
No, sir. How do you feel about these covers, or what makes a good cover, Sarah?
Well, okay, I think a successful cover sort of has 3 aspects to it, right? I think it pays homage to the original. It improves upon the original somehow. It adds something to it. And also, thing number next, ties into the artist that's covering it. You don't want to like hear Weezer do exactly Metallica.
And there's some covers that did that on here.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I really wanted Mac DeMarco's cover to be Mac DeMarco-y, but he just did it like Metallica. I'm like,
And
we
that's
already
boring.
heard Metallica do it one time.
Yeah.
I would say there's two things. And that it pays homage to the original, but also like puts a unique aspect on it. And I would argue that this is the only cover that does this, which is why it deserves my vote.
That is so bold.
I would also like to throw in a new thing. Would it work well on like a regular release of that artist? That's how I picked my my track, which we'll get into.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna play a little bit of the Weezer Enter Sandman, and we'll talk a little bit about it.
Say your prayers, little one. Don't forget my son, to include everyone. I'll tuck you in, warm within, keep you free from sin, till the 70 comes.
So Payne, very good homage to the source material. He's given that voice to it, but then he turns around and does this to us. We didn't ask for this, but he does it. I'm so sorry. That was supposed to be the Buddy Holly guitar solo.
Where is
it?
Now I lay me down to sleep.
So you know in the song Buddy Holly by Weezer, where the guitar goes down, 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 down,
They
down.
put that in a Metallica song.
They did put that.
Yeah.
It was pretty cheeky.
It was cheeky, but also cheap because for us music nerds out there, they modulated just for that that little referential saying, hey, if you didn't know, this is a Weezer cover. We have to put some of our own material because it's so much like the original that we have to be like, hey, we're still Weezer.
I think it's a nice little twist. Like when you hear it, did you grin? Did you
No,
grin when you hear it?
I was kind of like,
It was gonna be like the only point I was gonna give to this cover because, quite frankly, I thought the rest of it's straight down the middle. I thought, and we're fighting. I'm not trying to be mean to Zach.
No, she's being mean to
I'm
me.
trying to win.
this is the last show.
We're ending the podcast after this.
Thank you for coming.
I thought of the three covers we're gonna talk about tonight, this one was the least transformative. I thought this one played it safe.
Ouch. Last show. Okay. Goodbye, guys.
Zach? Zach?
I have two more pieces of logic before we move on to the next bit.
Go for it.
I would like to appeal to their track record of excellent covers. I mean, Africa by Toto was probably the best song of the 2020s, 2010s. I don't remember when it came out.
Is Weezer becoming the most profitable cover band?
Yes.
That's bleak.
Which is the only trajectory left for him, I think.
The prosecution rests.
And also, they wrote Pork and Beans. That's the last thing I have to say about them. I mean,
I'm a vegetarian.
how are you not going to vote
Zach,
for this one? I rest my case.
can you do me a favor and read the published date on that YouTube video?
December 13th, 2009.
2009?
Yeah.
Thank you.
The prosecution rests.
The prosecution rests. Again.
Sarah, you have a game for us?
I do. So, real quick, can I get a show of hands? Who in this audience has never listened to a full episode of our podcast? Okay, dope.
Nice.
That's
You guys
my
are in
girlfriend
for a
right there.
treat.
She raised her hand. Everyone look at her.
Also, J'accuse.
Yeah, we got a couple significant, and honestly, mine would not have raised his hand if he didn't edit the show. So about a year ago for our 10th episode, I prepared this game. It's called the Tracklist Game. It's kind of an improv exercise that I'm gonna make these two do. They're gonna go against each other. And I have in front of me 5 completely made up, completely hypothetical album concepts. And after I read them and give the name of the album, these two are going to alternate and fire back and forth potential track names that could be on that album. They're going to go until someone like stutters or can't think of something, is drawing a blank, and then the person who didn't fuck up gets a point. And I don't know, loser has to take a drink, and winner gets honor. So, to decide who will go first after I read the first album concept, I have in front of me one of the songs from Rolling Stone's top 500 albums of all time, or one of the albums from it. I'm going to say the name of the album, and they're going to have to guess what number it was ranked, and the winner will go first. So the album is Taylor Swift's 1989.
Oh, I know this because it was actually way higher than it should be.
Don't listen to us. We're just two white dudes. I am gonna go with 62.
It was definitely in the tens of digits. I'm gonna say 89.
You both were so far off.
Oh, no.
But
Shit.
Zach was closer.
Shit.
It was number 393. So Zach, you'll get to go first.
Deal. I'm coming up with the name of a made-up album song.
Exactly.
Cool.
Yeah. All right. We talked about this on the show earlier this year. Zach actually mourned this and bought a keg for the occasion. But the electronic duo Daft Punk split up earlier this year. It was a whole to-do. They killed each other in the desert and made a video about it. It was dramatic. But this first album is going to be a very suspicious kind of off-brand ripoff. And very conspicuously, it is titled Schmaft Schmunk. So whenever you're ready, do with that what you will.
Craft Punk. That's the name of one of the songs.
Circumnavigating the globe.
Around the sword.
Reanimate tunes.
Better, faster.
I'm literally just taking Daft Punk songs and giving them new words.
No, that's good. Make them off-brand.
Yeah, better, faster, harder, softer.
Vertus Y.
I think that's it.
I'm going to call it. Okay, Dillon, you get that point. Zach, take a sip.
The punishment's not that bad.
No,
very
it is
tasty.
a delicious beverage. If you want to take a sip too, be my guest.
Sure.
Alrighty, so Zach, you started first. That means for this one, Dillon's gonna start. Album number 2 is a sad girl indie album. This is the year of sad girl indie. We're thinking Phoebe Bridgers, we're thinking Lucy Dacus, we're thinking sad. It pairs well with shower wine, breakups, yearning. And these things are always titled some very ambiguous, diary entry type thing. So it's called Late Adolescence.
Screaming in my Mazda 6.
Knockoff purse theatrics.
Walked my dog to CVS and just walked right past it.
I paid $40 for these nails, but they're the wrong color.
Rosewater Pedialyte.
I think that's going to be our next drink pairing, actually.
I think that wins. I'm giving it the point.
Yeah, Dillon, you get a second point. That was really good. All right, album number 3 is an album from a hot new boy band. They are the One Direction of 2021. They love 2 things: going to the mall and respecting their girlfriends. The album is titled Cinnamon Sugar, in parentheses, on a soft pretzel. Oh, Zach, you go first.
Okay. What's the title of the album again?
Cinnamon Sugar, in parentheses, on a soft pretzel, close parentheses.
At the mall, M in parentheses, ALL in parentheses.
What?
Yeah, at the mall.
What?
Yeah.
Elaborate.
I don't know. The chorus probably has the word all in it, but they're singing about being at the mall. So they,
Okay.
yeah. So they're a boy band.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they write very cheesy lyrics.
Let's get married outside of lids.
Let's get married inside of kids.
Christ. Auntie Anne's holding your hand.
Cute!
My parents bought me this very expensive guitar before I learned to play it.
Fair. I went to Zales.
He went to Jared.
Cherryvale Mall We got it all. Shout out to Cherryvale Mall.
Parking lot punk. It's not even a punk song. It's like sad and acoustic-y.
Okay.
Okay. I gotta call it.
Yeah.
I gotta give Zach that point.
I won that one with parking lot punk, Dillon. You should feel bad.
Hey, man, I'm trying to get any shred of honor I can. That's the only reason I'm doing so well.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Album number 4 is an album that hypothetically your father wrote for you for your birthday because he loves you so much and he wants to celebrate you. It's all about you. It's titled My Beautiful Boy is Here for Another Year. Let's celebrate.
I'm going to talk to you about slow roasting some ribs for at least an hour and a half, but it's going to be great.
Dogs in the cradle?
Your mom and I went kayaking, and I saw a heron.
That's kind of nice. I hope your dad writes that.
Yeah, I actually really enjoy talking to my dad.
Blank, because my dad wouldn't do this.
I can do one for your dad, but it's going to put him on blast.
Yeah, do one for my dad. Don't do it.
Getting really fucking stoned and talking to us about space.
My dad does that.
Shout out to Mark.
To Mark. Whose turn is it?
Oh, fuck.
Birds
3.
and the bees.
Oh.
Oh.
On your birthday?
Dads talk about that stuff. I don't know.
Sure.
I'm going to teach you how to do a clove hitch, and you're going to fuck up miserably.
Hold the flashlight, right?
Let's pull a mangled squirrel out of your car.
God.
Happened to your car.
Is this a true story?
Yeah, that's a true story.
Birthday.
I'm gonna call it. Dylan, you get that point. All right, last one, home stretch. This album concept comes to us courtesy of Cameron Bopp, our editor and boyfriend extraordinaire.
Thank you,
All
Cam.
orphans. Yeah.
Thank you, Cam.
Thanks, Cam. This album is a bluegrass album written by passionate Satanists. They combine their love of devil worship with some plucky banjo tunes, and it is called 666 Strings on My Guitar.
Beelzebub on the banjo.
Nice.
Pick of Destiny.
Hooves,
No,
cloven hooves, and the crab hammer.
bluegrass and eating ass. I don't know how that one came so quick to me.
Hell came to the holler.
Rootin' tootin' devil worshiping Newton.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, that worked.
Yeah.
Moonshine and murder.
Oh, that's good.
A twist.
Cousin weddings.
How is that on theme? Judge,
It's yes and. It's yes and,
Judge.
not no
'Cause they're
but.
bluegrass.
I'll let it fly.
They're from the South still.
Yeah, this is Appalachia.
Dixie, and my.
I'm calling it. I'm calling it. Zach, you get that point. How did this shake out? Who won?
I think it might be a
I
tie.
think it was a tie.
There were 5 albums. It
Oh
couldn't
shit.
be.
Okay, so go.
No, hold on now.
Hold up. So we had them all.
3, 2, Dylan.
Thank you, scorekeeper.
You won. Congratulations.
I have my honor.
Thank you for playing the Tracklist game.
You're welcome.
We're gonna do a little potty break.
Just in case anyone has
Just
to
in case.
pee.
There is Luna, or it is not Luna Bay Booch. They are Old Styles. But if you did not
If anyone needs a
BYOB,
refill.
you can head over there. You do have to do the Carlton before you grab one. We don't know what the Carlton is, so figure it out. Yeah.
We're old. Look it up. We're old. We saw the source material.
All right, we're gonna take a little 5 if anyone has to pee, and then we'll come back and do the rest. And we're back.
Welcome back to Album Rebrews, the stickiest music podcast. Are you uncomfy?
Yeah.
I'm uncomfy.
Another big shout out to our hosts this evening and sponsors, Luna Bay Booch.
And thank you to Britt for helping us coordinate this, helping us set this up. We're having so much fun.
Cool.
So I think next up we have Dillon presenting his offering, his horse in the race.
My turn. So I think it's a surprise to no one that I'm an absolute fiend for St. Vincent. So I naturally had to pick her cover of Sad But True. So we'll get into a little bit of the original as Zach did.
Want to hear it?
Want to hear it? This is dangerous stuff.
Hey, hey, I'm your life. I'm the one who takes you there. Hey, hey, I'm your life. I'm the one who cares. They betray.
That's enough. That's
that.
enough
Get that shit
testosterone.
out of here.
But it's very pulse poundy. It's very in your face, and it's aggressive. And I think what St. Vincent has done with her, she's added a little element from Mr. Trent Reznor of Nine Inch Nails.
Oh, yes. This is the Trent Reznor.
So we're listening to the bass line here. We're listening to how it's kind of more liquid, more seductive in a way. And now, if you mash those two together,
Never heard before.
It's kind of sexy, but not as good as Weezer.
I think
Don't dig yourself into a hole, Zach.
yeah, you get that seductive element. It's like she's whispering in your ear, "I'm your life now. I'm the one who takes you there."
I do like the female vocalist. Like, we didn't talk about Miley's cover tonight.
No.
Because that's an excellent one, but it was too easy a pick.
Yeah.
But there is something neat to take something as testosterone-y and metal as Metallica. Not as good as Weezer, though.
I feel like you're just gonna keep saying that and like gaslighting us to thinking our choice
If I
is
say
bad.
it enough, it becomes true.
No, I don't think so. But what I like about this version is like she very well could have put this on Mass Seduction. She very well could have put this on Daddy's Home. Like it could have been a bonus track on anything. Well, not anything, not like a Jim Croce album.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I don't have a lot to say against this one because I also really love St. Vincent. I think this would go so well on a St. Vincent release. However, it's not as good as my cover, and we'll get into that later.
I have a fun fact. For the longest time, I thought the lyrics were Sad Patrol. Like, it's just a patrol of
Like-
people walking around and they're sad.
Like Snow Patrol.
Yeah. Sad Patrol.
lay here?
Depression deputy.
Dude, Snow Patrol could have got on here. Depression deputy.
I'm the sheriff of sad.
I don't know. Do you have any final points to make? I do think it's a great cover, but I'm excited to blow it out of the water with my song.
I think my piss.
I mean, we just did that.
Yeah, my pick is the best pick, and I think that whoa, we're halfway there. Whoa, Zach's got a bit.
I mean, you guys had bits too this episode. How come I'm the only one who got the song? I usually bring the bit for the episode.
it's your theme.
But thank you for doing that. That was
Yeah, I wanted to
It
do
made me
it.
all warm inside.
For those of you, because a lot of you raised your hands, you haven't listened to an episode.
And I'm very unhappy
We sing a
about
little
it.
song when Zach has a bit, and it happens halfway through.
I first concocted a bit, as Dillon had mentioned earlier. He loves Steely Dan. So I first
is true.
concocted a bit called Steely Danny DeVito. But I didn't bring that bit tonight. I brought something better because I wanted to tie it into Metallica. So I said, how do I tie this in? And I was like, well, how can I get Danny DeVito in here? So this is a bit I have dubbed Meme, Metallica, or Matilda.
Is there rusted root? Yes or no?
I don't think there's rusted root. And so what I've done is I've grabbed a 1 second clip of audio, and you have to tell me if it is a meme sound. And these are old memes. I did not grab any TikTok sounds. These are,
Going back a few episodes, this sounds a lot like One Hit Stevie Wonder.
yeah. Yeah, that inspired it. A Metallica vocal only, which we'll get there. That's pretty funny. Or Danny DeVito talking in Matilda.
Oh my God. Okay. I have a question. Are we sworn enemies or are we on a team?
You guys both get a guess, and then if the audience, are you guys saucy? Did you guys have enough booch in you? Yeah, you guys are pretty saucy.
Are you guys jazzed enough to participate?
Yeah, exactly. we could give you a moment to shout your guess. Is that something you're into? Lindsay's nodding yes. Shout out Lindsay, former
Thanks,
pod.
Lindsay. Thanks, Carol.
Yeah. All right, well, here it goes.
My God.
I'm gonna guess that's Mr. James Hetfield. That's Metallica.
I don't know. It could be Danny DeVito.
If it walks like a duck and it goes, yeah! That's Metallica.
How about you, Sarah?
Well, I mean, God, what defines a meme? I'm gonna go out on a limb and say it's like some ancient, like deep fried meme.
Oh, if it's a meme, I'm gonna guess it's the guy from the Eric Andre show that goes, yeah! Just like in the crowd randomly.
Yeah.
Audience guess?
DeVito.
That is Metallica. And I want to play you guys some of it.
Yeah.
The vocal only Metallica sounds awful.
Falling faster! Obey your master!
Yeah, the other guys really holding up for him.
This man's poor vocal cords.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't want to see how the sausage gets made.
Yeah.
Okay, my boy?
I think that's Danny DeVito.
That's Daniel
I'm
DeVito.
just gonna give it to you guys.
Heir to the throne?
I'd know that voice anywhere.
Right. Beautiful human being. Fun fact about Matilda, didn't he like make the whole show and donate a bunch of money from it? And I meant to look it up, but then I didn't.
Yeah.
Okay, can I just say, why is it a fun fact followed? Why do you say fun fact followed by a question? Like we're the ones with the fun fact.
Fact, isn't this cool?
Fact. What do you guys know about this?
Fact, I didn't do my research. Can you guys help, please? Help
dirty.
me. I'm dirty.
So
help me.
we don't do this live. I usually look it up and then we just put it in. So I'm gonna do that right now. Far Out Magazine,
Yeah.
the incredible true story behind Danny DeVito and Matilda.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
I was listening to a interview with Mara Wilson, the actor who played Matilda, and she said that Danny DeVito was like a second father figure to her.
Yeah,
Her
did know this shit, you just
mom
wanted to-
had some sort of illness during the filming of it, so Mr. Daniel DeVito stepped in and was kind of like very supportive of her, especially being at a young age
Yeah,
and that
as a young
that
actress,
big of a
yeah.
role. Yeah.
I will say, in the vein of Danny DeVito being a nice guy, I told you guys about this earlier, but I had a dream that Danny DeVito opened a restaurant, and I went, and I got to sit down and talk
Before I
with
told
him.
her about the bit, she's like, I dreamed about this
I
last night.
did. I had a dream about Danny DeVito. He opened a very fine dining establishment, and we sat down and talked about the wine list. That's the dream.
I got 3 words for you. Pinot Grigio.
And he has a wine, right? Did he have a wine?
Does he?
He's got that limoncello that we
Yeah.
talked about. He's got
Yeah.
in the picture he's got a lemon, like a lemon branch, and then a literal cello. And I'm like, that's kind of on the nose for my taste.
Yeah. Yeah. Do yourself a favor. Google, not right now because you're paying attention.
Off your phones.
Google Danny DeVito limoncello if you want to giggle.
And if it's
We'll
available,
tweet it.
buy a
Follow
bottle.
us, at Rebrews. Here's number 3. Sarah just
I
looked.
totally looked at your screen.
You're so
I'm
fired.
so sorry.
That like made my lower lumbar hurt a little bit. So I'm gonna guess Metallica.
What does the audience think?
the audience think?
know the answer.
Metallica.
DeVito. Thank you, Peter.
Peter's just gonna guess DeVito. Shout out to Peter.
DeVito? We're getting a couple DeVito.
Meme.
We haven't had a meme.
Good logic.
It's Metallica. And it sounds bad. I'm gonna play it again. It's funny.
Loading.
Yes!
Jeez. It just gonna smack us out of nowhere.
My old band, we used to do that all the time, just do James Hetfield impressions. Just back and forth, just be like, "Ooh, yeah!" It sounds a lot like Macho Man a little bit, just like Macho Man's a little tighter, like, "Ooh, yeah!" Shout out to Macho Man. Pitch it down a little bit, and that's Metallica.
I meant to get the ball noise out of there. The ball noise, you really know.
I am 100% gonna guess meme.
I'd recognize that. Anyway.
Yeah,
I'm
sorry, guys.
That's that kid that gets hit in the fucking head with a ball.
He's wearing a yellow shirt and black shorts.
He's got a crazed look in his eye.
Yeah.
That kid's seen some shit.
There's a...
Here's the next one. Sarah, don't.
No, can you please play the meme in full? We've listened to the shitty Metallica. Can we hear the yes, kid?
Whoa,
Please?
whoa. Metallica is a shitty band.
This kid's definitely on crack right now.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's a great meme.
It's a really good meme.
What are you looking at?
I'm gonna guess the man who voiced Lorax himself.
I'm gonna guess Frank Reynolds himself, Mr. Daniel
It is Mr.
Daniel
Daniel
DeVito.
Is it Daniel DeVito?
I don't know.
I don't know.
That just feels wrong.
It's gotta be, right? Are there? No, I
I'm
can't
gonna guess
speculate like that.
one of the leads of Taxi himself.
Yeah.
That was like his first role.
What other Danny DeVito roles do I know? The Matilda, Danny DeVito.
Phil from Hercules.
Is he Phil?
Honey, you mean Skunkules? I don't know. I got nothing. I'm gonna guess it's Nappa crushing his scouter when he's reading Goku's power level in Dragon Ball
Dillon wins the night
Z.
for knowing this.
Thank you for
Are
the
you
assist.
kidding me?
Do you know?
Is it Nappa?
Do you know this meme?
No.
It's over 9,000! There's no way that can be right!
That's a great.
Dylan, that was incredible. What does the audience think? We think it's a meme, yeah.
Yeah, thank you guys for playing me, Metallica, or Matilda. I think you guys got them all right.
I
think
love
you missed
that.
one, yeah.
Wow.
I'll have to pick harder memes or Metallica.
We're just gonna have to sword fight to the death later. It's
I
cool.
think so.
Well, that
All right.
means there's only one song left. And before I talk about it, I really want to grab an old style. Dylan, can I get down here? Excuse me.
Oh, no.
So listen, I gave myself a little bit of heavy lifting because I chose to defend a country artist.
You brought prop comedy to our podcast
You
recording,
brought
Sarah.
a visual goof.
We don't get to record in front of people.
How to explain it now.
So the cover I chose,
Grip it and rip it.
Tell them about the tiny hat first.
I stole this hat from Party City. Full disclosure, I used to work at Party City.
Zach nor I infringed on any sort of legal statute, and you openly admit theft.
Oh no, I stole this a couple years ago.
Yeah.
I think the
Okay,
statute of limitations
yeah,
passed.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair.
No, we're all good. I
Proceed.
know this will outlive me. So when I was listening to this album, or when we were initially having meetings to like talk about, we had meetings to talk about who was gonna pick what song. I immediately saw that Phoebe Bridgers did a cover of Nothing Else Matters, and I don't care about Metallica, frankly. I didn't know Metallica's songs. I didn't know about this album, but I was like, oh, fuck yeah, like there's some cool people on here. And this song, Nothing Else Matters, is the song that has been covered the most on this album. 12 artists have done this. And I saw Phoebe Bridgers, and I was like, I am on an antidepressant. I'll pick that one. And I couldn't shake that Darius Rucker former frontman of Hootie and the Blowfish,
Mr. Hootie himself.
current Grammy award-winning country artist, also did a cover of Nothing Else Matters. So out of curiosity and as an homage to my bumpkin Wisconsin roots, I gave it a listen and immediately changed my mind. I was like, fuck the Phoebe cover. I have to talk about Nothing Else Matters by Darius Rucker. So we talked earlier that a good cover pays homage to the original, right? So Zach, I think my first soundbite is the original. And something fun about this song is it's this like, this wasn't very typical for Metallica at the time, but it was like a ballad. It was like kind of deep and personal and like a diary entry.
Not very thrashy. Like
Not
some
very
other stuff
thrashy
is,
at all.
yeah.
There's like a guitar solo. It's a moment, but my guitar solo doesn't shoehorn in Buddy Holly by Weezer.
If they did, it'd probably be a good cover.
It doesn't modulate to the major for like 5 notes.
Raise your hand if you know what that means.
Yay!
Thank you.
Hey! More than one.
I spent
Still gets it in there.
multi
though.
of tens of thousands of dollars to know that.
How's that panning out
I
for
could
you,
have looked it
Dylan?
up on YouTube.
And now he spends his Friday nights recording live podcasts.
hey, I'm your life. I took vacation time for you.
It's true.
I'm getting paid to do this.
Hell yeah.
Zach, would you please play a little bit of the
Yes.
original?
Life is ours, we live it our way. Hold these words I don't just say, and nothing else matters. Trust I seek, and I find in you.
Easily one of my favorite songs on this album. On their original
I'm
album.
the original.
So you admit the song's your favorite?
No, this song's bad. This is not a good song.
Okay,
Well, I would say it's when Metallica does it. I
But
would
when
argue-
Darius Rucker does it,
is
Yeah.
Metallica a good band?
I think yes.
I was having this conversation with my girlfriend the other day. I don't think they're good, but they are important. I think they. I was.
Kind of like Weezer.
I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. But I think they really did.
I will say
They
this.
put heavy metal into the mainstream. At least this brand of like thrash metal, heavy metal. I think they did an important service for like the music.
Their name is Metallica, and they
Yeah.
make metal music.
Yeah, I think the culture as a whole they expanded like the musical genre. Of
Yeah, super
metal.
important for you.
Yeah, but are they good? Like at a technical level?
I liked them a lot when I was a kid.
Yeah. Yeah.
Still do. The song still slaps. I was like, I would do it.
Well, go ahead and say what you're gonna say.
I was gonna say, like, are you gonna like? You think that guy did the best Metallica cover album?
You're gonna make it.
Yeah, I fucking do think he did.
You're gonna turn down. There's nothing I can do.
Should I find that spot?
No, they did that. They did that joke in fucking Ted.
So listen,
All right, what else do you have
those
to say?
are the Hootie days.
Yes.
Since then,
He's on
Darius
R&B.
He's matured.
Darius Rucker has gone on to be
A wagon wheel.
He can rock my wagon wheel. Darius Rucker. Thank you. Darius Rucker has gone on to be this incredible, like, virtuoso country musician, nominated multiple times for Grammys. I don't remember if he won or not. I don't think any of the artists that we're talking about have won Grammys. I was gonna like try and use that to my advantage, but but Darius Rucker is also like a true pioneer. He is one of the first like black men to really make it in country music, which is a genre that's been dominated by white men and honestly like consumed a lot by that demographic. So it's cool to have this trailblazer on the album. And his cover of Nothing Else Matters is one of the most cinematic, haunting, beautiful songs I have ever heard, and I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. I listened to it the first time, and then I listened to it 5 more times that day, and I don't care about country music. And I'm sitting up here wearing a glittery rainbow cowboy hat because I feel very passionately about this.
Yeah.
So we heard the original. I think the original sounds kind of soulless, to be honest. I think it sounds like a sad indie white boy, whatever.
Monotonous.
Monotonous, thank you. Thank you for helping me make this argument.
It's my vocal quality.
I would like to play a little bit of the Darius Rucker version, starting at 2 minutes and 2 seconds. Yes. This is when he comes into the first chorus. It's gorgeous.
Yeah, here it is.
That's not it. That's Hootie and the Blowfish.
Rock me, mama, like a wagon.
They don't even get the words right. They sing the wrong.
God, he submitted
really
that to
got myself with
Metallica? He already did that.
Right, here's the actual.
And nothing else matters. Never care for what they do. Never care for what they know.
But does he go, yeah, before the guitar solo?
But I know. So close, no matter how far.
He's the most haunted cowboy in the West. Are you kidding me?
I think you do have a point there. I think the way that he kind of deconstructs the melodic line, so it's like so close no matter how far. He like shortens that interval a little bit, and that does make it a little more, for the lack of a better term, westerny to me. And there is like you have the string arrangement, which is very nice, and then you have a little bit of mandolin in there, which kind of
Whose
adds
team
that
are you
flavor.
on, Dillon?
Huh?
What?
Huh?
You know what? No, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I'll ride for your St. Vincent cover.
Yeah.
There's a
I think
respect
we're
there.
playing a little political game here against Zach, who honestly, who brought
Just
like
the
who
last
like
thing someone
puked on the
asked for.
Zach puked on the floor and said, "How about this?"
The record label executive that was like, let me put 53 covers on this. He's like, I need a cowboy though.
Zach's like,
We need one cowboy.
Zach's like, I brought the Rugrats theme song. Is that anything? No, it's not anything, Zach. To answer
I
your
don't know if I
question.
can vote for Sarah's. Because one
Well,
time,
you're not voting.
One time, I don't know if you should vote for Sarah's. One time, Sarah told me she hated America. So,
I mean, I do.
So take that how you will. Keep that in mind when voting.
Hey, a vote for me is a vote against capitalism and the current
She
administration.
told a blind orphan.
I have one more little soundbite to play from the Darius Rucker version. This is towards the end. He's got this beautiful, like, plucky mandolin with some strings and some guitar in the background.
Zach, play Wagon Wheel.
Do not play Wagon Wheel, even though it'll only further my argument.
Here's the real sound bit. I'm not gonna goof.
Beautiful.
That is
Beautiful.
a cowboy
Tonic
chord at
chord.
the end. Yeah.
It's really nice, right?
Damn it, Darius
Listen,
Rucker.
I know I had some hard competition here today.
I
Saint
mean, you had
Vincent-
hard competition on your left.
St. Vincent is incredible. Weezer is technically a band, but
They
I
are people who play music professionally.
hope when we take it to a vote, you'll consider the saddest cowboy on
real
this
quick,
album.
did we have any runner-ups that you guys would have picked?
I mean, I love Diet Sig, the band. They were on this. I think they covered The Unforgiven, and that was really fun. Listen, like, I think I said this a little bit earlier, like, so many artists that I really, really, really care about were on this album, and I think that is a testament to me picking Darius Rucker, because aside from Wagon Wheel, I don't really listen to him. But hey, maybe that'll change.
Zach?
Yeah, the Miley Cyrus tune was done very well.
Who else is on that track, Zach?
Freaking everybody. She got like Yo-Yo Ma, Will Ferrell, the drummer for the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Chad Smith, Sir Elton John.
Yeah.
Who has the same birthday as me? He's an Aries.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I didn't pick her because, like, you can't just like buy the best cover on the album. I mean, you can. It is a very good.
That's what I was thinking. That one, that is also a cover of Nothing Else Matters, the Miley Cyrus, Elton John. It felt too expensive to touch. It felt like a gimme.
Yeah, it felt like a shoe-in.
Yeah.
Metallica, don't sue us.
If they haven't already at this point.
Yeah. I would have picked My Friend of Misery by Kamasi Washington because holy shit. Yeah. It's like elevating it to like the next plane. I don't know.
Why didn't you pick it?
I am too dumb to talk about Kamasi Washington. I'm going to be honest.
Well, should we do closing statements and let them vote for Weezer?
I feel like I've made my closing statement, but I'll let both of you say a little something.
Zach, I feel like you've made your closing statements.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay. I am a fiend, and I really ride or die for St. Vincent. Listen to her music. Please take into consideration that this would fit in her oeuvre. That's a $5 word right there, so I feel like that deserves a vote. Thank you for coming out.
I did want to say one more thing. They did write Pork and Beans, so
I'm gonna say another thing. They shot a music video that was solid, just saturated with memes. Like you could have wrung it out and just distilled memes from there. So is that anything?
will you text that to me later because I want to grab some memes from it.
Yeah, we can watch that later.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Who wants to facilitate the voting?
Go for it.
All in favor. We'll go in order of the way they were presented.
We're going to vote by applause.
By
You
vote
guys
by
are going to
applause.
decide.
And so,
Zach has to remember what we picked.
I was first. I forgot already. All in favor of Enter Sandman by Weezer, clap. I see you, Peter.
I see 3.5 pairs of
right.
hands moving.
All right,
in
duly
favor
noted.
of Darius Rucker's. I forgot what cover it was already.
All in favor of Darius Rucker's Nothing Else Matters. Clap your hands.
All in favor of Sad But True by St. Vincent.
It seems really close between Darius Rucker and St. Vincent. I think we got to take it to a tiebreaker.
What's that? My dad walked in and he's clapping for me.
What's that? My stepdad walked in and he's clapping for me?
What's that? Former President Jimmy Carter and he's clapping for me?
Okay, I think we're going to do one more audience vote. You can only clap once, all right?
One clap? Or clap for one band?
You can only clap for one song.
Because technically one clap is not clapping.
I think very clearly Weezer is out of the equation.
This is fine.
If you are voting for Sad But True by St. Vincent, clap your hands now. Respectable. And for Nothing Else Matters by Darius Rucker, clap your hands. I think that does it.
I think you win. I know when to admit defeat. It was the visual gag. It was the visual gag that took it over the top.
Listen.
Sorry, audio listeners.
Oh yeah, shit.
We got video going. We'll put it in the TikTok.
Well, thank you guys for being here. Something we do at the end of every episode is we award what's called a Rebrewski to every album we talk about. It's kind of like a superlative or an award to the album. So we'll award the Rebrewski for blah, blah, blah. But this album already has a winner, right? So instead, we would like to award the Rebrews to you guys for simultaneously being the best and worst live audience.
We've ever
Because
had.
you are our only live audience. So give yourselves a pat on the back.
Should we take us home?
Go for it.
Take me home.
Country road.
Can you drive me home?
Giant thank you to Luna Bay Booch again for sponsoring the event and giving us this awesome hard kombucha, the Palo Santo. I pronounced it paleo earlier. And I thought that
You
was pretty
also
funny.
mispronounced kombucha. Zach, we talked about this. We talked about this more than
Did
once.
I say kombucha?
Yes, you did, sir.
Kombucha. There should be an A in there. It sounds better. Big thanks to Dillon for coming out, being on the episode.
Thank you, Dillon.
He's got a couple other episodes with us. Check out
Yeah,
episode
Two-Timers Club with
29.
Cameron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big thanks to Cam.
Yeah.
Tom.
We are Album Rebrews, and we're going to continue being Album Rebrews. This is for you guys here in the audience. This isn't for you, but we're recording this and releasing it, so we do this at the end of every episode. If you want to find us online, we are on Twitter and Instagram at Album Rebrews, or if you want to check us out on our website, it is www.albumrebrews.com.
Do we want to give it to James Hetfield to take us out?
Yeah, will you count us off?
3, 2, 1. Thank you
so
very
much.
much.
Oh yeah.
Ah.